across 4 continents: Airpass in South Africa, Sanair in Swaziland, and Transavia Travel in Belgium. Each company owns planes registered to other companies in an ownership maze that would take forensic accountants years to untangle. A Liberian warlord needs ammunition for his child soldiers. Bout's planes land at Roberts International Airport with crates labeled sporting bullets. And Northern Alliance commander Ahmad Shah Massoud requires anti-tank mines. Bout delivers them stamped industrial machinery, then flies the same planes to arm Massoud's Taliban enemies 2 weeks later. But who else was making these deliveries? And how many wars burned on fuel Bout provided? By 1999, Victor Bout commands 50 cargo aircraft, more than Kenya Airways. His fleet generates $50 million annually, though Swiss investigators later estimate the real figure at $300 million when you count the diamonds Charles Taylor pays for shipments with rough diamonds pulled from Sierra Leone's blood-soaked mines. 1 2-carat stone buys a crate of grenades. A handful purchases an attack helicopter, disassembled and marked oil rig parts. The operation runs on clockwork brutality. Bout's Il-76 lands in Monrovia at 2 a.m. and takes 40 minutes to unload 10,000 AK-47s and 2 million rounds. The crew never leaves the cockpit. Payment happens through Lebanese middlemen who wire funds to Cyprus, then the Seychelles, finally landing in Bout's Swiss accounts under names like Worldwide Express and Global Transport Solutions. UN investigators later trace one payment, $7 million for a single shipment of T-55 tanks to Angola's government, who used them to shell villages held by UNITA, the same rebels Bout armed the previous month. In 2000, British intelligence photographs one of Bout's Antonovs on a Kandahar runway. The cargo, anti-aircraft guns for the Taliban. 6 months later, the same plane delivers medical supplies to the Northern Alliance. Peter Hain, British Foreign Office Minister, calls Bout the principal conduit for planes and supply routes that take arms from Eastern Europe, principally Bulgaria, Moldova, and Ukraine, to Liberia and Angola. Bout responds through his lawyer, "I'm a businessman. I don't choose sides." And he literally means that here's what choosing no sides looks like. In Afghanistan, Bout's crews fly munitions to Ahmad Shah Massoud. On Tuesday on Friday, they deliver ammunition to the Taliban forces trying to kill Massoud. Both sides pay in American dollars, carried in duffel bags that Bout's brother Sergei personally counts in Dubai safe houses. One pilot refuses to fly after discovering his agricultural supplies are actually landmines. Bout places him within 6 hours and the new pilot doesn't ask questions. 2001 changes everything. For September 11th, the U.S. military needs cargo capacity in Afghanistan. Who has planes that can land on bombed-out runways? Victor Bout. His companies win Pentagon subcontracts worth millions, flying supplies for American forces, hunting the same Taliban he armed months earlier. A U.S. official later admits, "We knew who Bout was, but he had what we needed, heavy lift capacity in a war zone." While DEA agents build cases against him, Bout's planes deliver boots to U.S. soldiers. The audacity peaks in 2003. A Bout-owned Ilyushin flies Red Cross supplies to Baghdad. The manifest lists medical equipment. Iraqi police discover the real cargo: 100 sniper rifles and 200,000 rounds of ammunition. Bout denies involvement and claims he sold that plane months ago. The buyer? Another Bout shell company, registered in Equatorial Guinea. His tentacles stretch everywhere. When Moldovan authorities raid a warehouse in 2004, they find documentation for Bout deliveries. 1,000 Igla surface-to-air missiles, headed to an agricultural firm in Burkina Faso. The missile's actual destination, Côte d'Ivoire's civil war for a price of $18 million, paid in 3 installments to accounts in Latvia, Gibraltar, and the UAE. How long before someone stops the man who treats weapons like weed? And what does it take to catch someone who owns the airports he flies through? By 2002, Victor Bout's name appears in classified cables from Bangkok to Bogota. UN investigator Johan Pelleman produces a 90-page report documenting Bout's network. 300 shell companies, 60 aircraft and operations in 50 countries. The report's title, arms fixers and their airlines. Bout's photo occupies page 1. The UN Security Council issues travel bans and asset freezes. Bout simply creates new companies, registers planes to his wife Ala, and continues flying. The DEA assigns Operation Relentless, a task force of 8 agents dedicated solely to catching Bout. They map his network on a warehouse wall in Virginia. Red string connecting Sharjah to Kinshasa, Tiraspol to Monrovia. Agent Mike Braun, who leads the operation, studies every intercepted phone call, every flight plan, every suspicious wire transfer. Bout is split incarnate. Braun later says, never used email, changed phones every 3 days, and paid everyone in cash. By 2004, Belgian prosecutors issue an arrest warrant for money laundering. Bout's response is to stop flying to Europe. Later, 2005, the U.S. Treasury Department freezes his American assets, but Bout already moved everything off. 2006, the Interpol issues a red notice, and Bout relocates to Moscow, where Russia refuses all extradition requests. The wall closes in, but Bout adapts like Mercury. He stops traveling to Africa, instead sending his brother Sergei. He abandons his Sharjah office, operates from a Moscow apartment. He switches from satellite phones to encrypted messaging through intermediaries. When a reporter tracks him down in Moscow in 2003, Bout agrees to an interview. He arrives in a black Mercedes, wearing a $5,000. I'm a victim of propaganda, he says, sipping Armenian cognac. The DEA tries everything. They pressure small countries to arrest Bout if he lands. They freeze accounts in Cyprus. Bout had already emptied them. They flip 3 of his pilots and provide flight logs and photos. But nothing sticks. Bout hasn't personally touched a weapon in years. Every crime happens through cutouts, and shell companies' prosecutors can prove his planes carried weapons, but can't prove Bout ordered it. Then Mike Braun proposes something radical. If they can't catch Bout for past crimes, why not catch him committing a future one? The DEA has been running successful stings against drug cartels using a simple formula. Undercover agents pose as buyers, record everything, and arrest during the handover. Bout doesn't meet new clients. He works through established networks built over decades, unless clients represented someone Bout couldn't refuse, someone whose ideology aligned with his apparent anti-American stance. Who hates America enough that Bout would break protocol? January 2008, DEA headquarters, Virginia. Mike Braun briefs 2 undercover operatives who will pose as FARC representatives, Colombia's Marxist rebels who've killed dozens of Americans. The cover story is simple. FARC wants surface-to-air missiles to shoot down U.S. helicopters, assisting the Colombian government. The bait is a deal worth $20 million in cash, plus cocaine trafficking purposes payment. 2 confidential informants, former drug traffickers turned DEA assets, will make introductions claiming they've worked with FARC for years. The DEA studies everything about Bout. His favorite drinks, Armenian cognac. His interests, languages and philosophy. His pressure points, money and ideology. They need him to leave Russia, where he's untouchable. The informants reach out through Bout's associate Andrew Smulyan, offering a massive deal. Smulyan, desperate for money after his own arms business collapsed, bites immediately. February 2008. First contact. Smulyan emails Bout about our Colombian friends who need serious equipment. Response within hours. Unusual for someone so careful. The money is enormous, but something else hooks him. The chance to strike America. Since his indictment, Bout's rhetoric has turned increasingly anti-Western. He tells Russian media that America destroyed his legitimate business out of jealousy. Here's a chance for payback. The DEA records everything. Smulyan visits Bout in Moscow and returns with a confirmation. Bout will supply 100 Igla missiles, 20,000 AK-47s, 10 million rounds, C4 explosives, ultralight aircraft, and unmanned drones. Everything for $20 million up front, and cocaine shipments as balance. But Bout won't leave Russia for negotiations. The fake FARC representatives insist on meeting face-to-face. Trust requires looking into a man's eyes, they suggest Romania. Bout counters with Montenegro. After weeks of negotiation, They compromise. Bangkok, where Bout has old connections, feels safe. March 4th, 2008. The undercover team arrives in Bangkok. Wires hidden in their clothes, briefcases, and even shoe heels. Thai police, briefed by the DEA, shadow every move. Bout flies in from Moscow on a commercial flight. Travels under his real name, breathtaking arrogance or total confidence in his protection. He checks into the Sofitel Hotel under a false name, then immediately calls the meeting for March 6th. The morning of March 6th, Bout enters the conference room carrying a manila folder. Inside, photos of aircraft, maps of Africa with hand-drawn flight routes, a list of weapons written in his distinctive handwriting. The DEA has cameras in the air conditioning vents, microphones, and lamp fixtures. Every word is recorded, every gesture filmed. What Bout says next will determine whether 20 years of manhunts end today, or whether the ghost slips away again. How much rope will Bout give them to hang it with? March 6, 2008, 2:30 p.m., Sofitel Hotel conference room. Bout spreads aircraft photos across the table like a dealer showing cards. The undercover agents lean in, asking about the missiles. Bout pulls out a calculator, punches numbers. 100 Iglas, 20,000 Kalashnikovs, 10 million rounds. I can move this in 2 flights, maybe 3. The lead undercover agent, Carlos, pushes the critical question. You know these weapons will kill Americans. Bout sets down his pen. 5 seconds of silence that feel like 5 minutes. Then he laughs, not nervous, but genuine amusement. We have the same enemy. He draws a route on the map from Moldova through North Africa to Colombia. The Americans made me their enemy. Now I return the favor. Bout details the operation with frightening precision. Weapons will be listed as oil equipment. He'll use pilots who've flown this route before. Ukrainians who need money and don't ask questions. Payment happens in 3 stages. Wire transfer to Cyprus, cash in Dubai, cocaine profits laundered through West African banks. He even offers extras, like ultralight aircraft perfect for drug smuggling. Consider them gifts between partners. The second undercover agent asks about end-user certificates. The documents proving weapons are for legitimate governments. Bout waves dismissively. I have a man in Togo. $5,000 gets any certificate you need. The UN inspectors see paper and they go away happy. He names specific customs officials in Romania, Bulgaria, and Sudan who are friends. Each name is another federal charge, another piece of evidence. 3:47 p.m. Bout stands to shake hands, deal concluded. The undercover agents give the signal, scratching their left ears simultaneously. The door explodes inward. Thai police stream in shouting in Thai and English. Bout doesn't run. He doesn't reach for a weapon. He stands perfectly still, that half smile frozen on his face, like he always knew this moment would come. As they cuff him, he says one word in English. Finally. The DEA agents search Bout's hotel room, finding multiple passports, $50,000 in cash, and encrypted phones. But the real prize is in that conference room. Bout's handwritten notes detailing the entire transaction, his maps showing weapons routes, and 4 hours of crystal clear video showing him planning to kill Americans. After 20 years of shadows and shell companies, Victor Bout has finally given them what they need. His own words, his own writing, his own confession. The Thai government holds Bout, while America and Russia battle over his fate. Moscow claims he's a legitimate businessman entrapped by American lies. Washington presents the tapes. Bout, laughing about dead Americans, calculating how many missiles it takes to down a helicopter. The Thai court deliberates for 2 years, political pressure mounting from both superpowers. In November 2010, they ruled Bout will be extradited to America. Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov calls it kidnapping. Bout's wife Alla tells reporters her husband was building hospitals in Africa, while America was bombing civilians in Iraq. But on November 16, 2010, a DEA jet lifts off from Bangkok, Bout shackled inside. 20 hours later, he lands in New York. The Merchant of Death will finally face American justice. Or will he? What card does Moscow still hold? November 2011. Manhattan Federal Court. Prosecutors play the Bangkok recordings for 12 jurors. They hear Bout explain how to hide anti-aircraft missiles in agricultural shipments. They watch him draw flight paths that avoid radar. They see him calculate how many Americans his weapons could kill. Bout's lawyer claims entrapment. His client was just talking, never delivered actual weapons. The jury deliberates for 4 days. Guilty of all counts. Conspiracy to kill Americans, providing support to terrorists and weapons trafficking. In April 2012, Bout stands for sentencing. 25 years in federal prison, the mandatory minimum. As guards lead him away, Bout shouts, "This is political. I'm innocent." His voice echoes down empty corridors. Bout vanishes into the U.S. penitentiary in Marion, Illinois, with security. 23 hours daily in a concrete cell. He teaches himself new languages, Indian, Turkish, maintains his innocence in letters to Russian media. Outside, the wars he fought continue with Muslim players. Arms dealers study his mistakes, never meet new clients, never discuss killing Americans on tape, and never write anything down. But Moscow doesn't forget. Russian officials mention Bout in every diplomatic meeting. They propose prisoner swaps, Bout for American spies, Bout for cyber criminals, Bout for anyone, but Washington refuses every offer. The DEA agents who caught him received death threats from Russian nationalists. Mike Braun sleeps with a loaded Glock. Time passes and Bout serves 1 year, 5 years, 10 years. His hair grays, his shoulders stoop, but his letters remain defiant. "I will return to Russia," he writes in 2019. Politics change. Presidents change. Russia remembers her sons. In February 2022, Russia invades Ukraine, and in December 2022, the WNBA star Brittany Griner sits in a Russian prison for cannabis possession. 9 years for 2 vape cartridges. Biden administration needs her home before she becomes a liability. Russia names its price. Victor Bout. The DEA erupts. Former agents call it surrender to hostage taking. Victims of wars. Fueled condemned trading a death merchant for an athlete. December 8th, 2022. Abu Dhabi International Airport. There are 2 planes on an empty tarmac, and Victor Bout emerges from the Russian aircraft, 14 pounds lighter, smiling like he won the lottery. Brittany Griner walks from the American plane. They pass without acknowledgement, each heading home. Bout embraces his wife on Russian soil for the first time in 12 years. Within days, Bout joins an ultra-nationalist political party, wins a regional assembly seat, and appears on propaganda shows supporting the Ukraine invasion. When asked about returning to arms dealing, he smiles. "Why would I? Russia has everything I need." The camera catches something in his eyes that suggests otherwise. American intelligence monitors his every move, every call, and every contact with old associates. They know what reporters don't. 3 of Bout's former pilots have reactivated dormant companies. Shell corporations in Serbia and Belarus have started chartering cargo flights. The routes look familiar. Eastern Europe to Africa, Africa to the Middle East. The ghost is stirring. In his Moscow apartment, Bout keeps a map on his wall. Red pins mark his old routes. Blue pins mark something new. Routes he never flew. Countries he never supplied. The merchant of death is home. Older, perhaps wiser, certainly unbroken. The world watches, wondering if the man who armed 50 wars has truly retired, or if he's simply waiting for his moment. Some ghosts, after all, never really die. They just learn to fly under different flags. Want to see another Russian who made governments panic? Check out my video on "The Man Who Defied Every Government" to discover how Pavel Durov built an empire that made him even more untouchable than the merchant of death, until the day French police proved nobody is beyond reach.
How are you?
Good. How are you? You guys home?
Yeah, Director.
Police are speaking with Manuel Guillen Sr. Living inside his trailer are his son Manny and his girlfriend Brianna. They've been hiding a horrifying secret from their families that this detective is about to uncover.
Hey, Manny. Hey, Brianna.
Yeah.
You guys know why I'm out here trying to talk to you guys?
A year ago, the couple killed their daughter, buried her body in the woods near their trailer, and continued living as if nothing happened. Over time, Brianna's family began to grow suspicious, tipping off police that something is seriously wrong. By the time investigators catch on to the lies, both killers would walk free, leaving their families and detectives to confront one of the darkest and most tragic discoveries of their lives.
They killed her. I know.
I know you've been lying to me. Also, right there.
Yeah.
This is the home of Aurelia and Manuel Sr., parents of Manny Guillen. Police believe Manny is connected to a missing child investigation. 2 days ago, Eddy County deputies received a troubling call from relatives of Manny's girlfriend, 24-year-old Brianna Stallings, reporting something concerning about her daughter.
With the guy named Manny Guillen.
Brianna's cousin would go on to explain that the family hasn't seen Brianna's daughter in nearly a year, and that one of the last places the child was seen alive is right here, the residence of Manny's parents. These officers are here simply to conduct a welfare check. Unknowingly, they are moments away from stepping into one of the most disturbing murder investigations of their careers.
How far?
Yes.
Hi, how are you, sir? Great to meet you again. Nice to meet you, Manuel.
Hi.
Sir, how are you? Anyone else here?
No.
Nice to meet you.
Yes. Can we go back over here? Would that be okay? Do you know it?
So, what I tell you already? Yes, I know how happening well. When I know sure do myself because one day we have been over there. We had a problem, still here, one day they came up here. But she's pregnant. She's pregnant.
Did you know if the baby had been born? Did you ever see the baby?
When they go down, they were together and two.
According to Manny's father, Brianna appeared estranged from her own family. She didn't seem to have anyone looking out for her and slowly began leaning on Manny and his parents as she went through her pregnancy. On the surface, Manny's father seems unaware that anything might be wrong with Brianna's daughter. But officers are about to learn he may know far more about the missing child than he realizes.
So when she had the baby, where were they living?
They had a baby. They went with me maybe a week over there, and they would come together.
So right after they had the baby, they lived with you for a little bit?
They disappeared. But they were staying. They were back there, and they were pretty bad.
Yeah.
Like, they were pretty bad. I experienced.
Through the language barrier, officers are able to piece together more of this story. Manny's father goes on to explain that his son served in the Marines and that he believed Manny cared deeply for Brianna's daughter and took good care of her. He also says that he tried to help the couple, allowing them to stay with him, offering support and showing sympathy for Brianna's situation after she became estranged from her own family. However, he also admits the couple were unstable. They would stay for a while and disappear again. At the time, Manny's father believed he was doing the right thing, helping a struggling couple get back on their feet, but he has no idea that this will become the biggest regret in his life. Before leaving the place, officers also speak briefly with Manny's mother, who would have some concerning statements about the couple.
So Manuel and Brianna never lived there when you were there
Iban y venía. Iban y venía.
with the baby?
No, la baby no nació.
House there with the baby. Have you ever visited it?
Manny's mother would speak to officers in Spanish. She tells them that every time she asked Brianna and Manny about their daughter, the couple told her the child was with a family member. But she leaves out several concerning details about what was really going on in Manny's life. Details officers will soon uncover on their own. For now, police leave the residents with more questions than answers. They still don't know where Brianna and Manny are, and they still have no idea where their daughter might be. But just as they prepare to leave, Manny's brother pulls up to the house. Detectives quickly approach to speak with him, where they'll get their first real lead on where Brianna's daughter might be.
Off the Colby. Detective Johnson, man. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. Hey, so you just talked to your mom. Is in trouble? Yeah, no. Why the family contact you guys? I told her to call me if you had any questions. And I give her the information that I had, and I did that. Called it. Did you bring out her family member? Okay, I got the messages right here. You talked to Brianna, Emmanuel, and all, or? I talked to Brianna, maybe. Have you seen her? Did she have her baby with her? I have not seen her since. It's been a couple of months. I was fine too. I was like, where I'm wow, she okay? She had told me that one grand just taking care of her.
Although Manny's brother reassures officers that the couple's child is with one of Brianna's aunts, he admits he hasn't seen her daughter in months and doesn't sound fully convinced by Brianna's story. Following this, detectives begin contacting Brianna's family. One by one, every one of her aunts tell the same thing. They do not have her daughter. One of Brianna's aunts, Ruby, insists detectives come speak with her in person because she's seen and heard troubling details about Brianna and Manny's relationship they need to look into. When detectives arrive to speak with Ruby, they'll quickly realize there's more to the story than a missing child.
Hello, are you Ruby?
Yes, sir.
Hi, Ruby. Detective Johnson. You spoke with the phone?
Yes.
So you put some.
Yes, come on in. Come in.
If I come in?
Yes, come in.
Thank you.
I know something's going on because when Brianna was pregnant, she was here with me and she left. I raised Brianna since age 6. And I spoke to her brother earlier. I called him on my lunch break, which was Brian has to pay what's going on. Have you met your niece? Have you seen her? Says no. Because when she had her baby that day, she
Yeah, Ruby went to the hospital.
right away. He kind of got mad. She's with.
Manny?
Yeah, because I was taking
She was already with Manny.
Yes. And he kind of got mad and he sprayed her ear and I'm like, and I said, Dad, I'm like, yeah, he got mad. She goes, yeah.
What the detective is hearing now isn't just concerning, it's deeply unsettling. It's the first time the relationship between Brianna and Manny begins to sound volatile and potentially dangerous. Ruby doesn't know it yet, but her intuition is spot on, and in just a matter of days, she will be told the most horrific truth imaginable about strange needs. For now, the detective leaves Ruby's home and heads back to the station, knowing they need to move quickly and locate Brianna and Manny. What Ruby shared was troubling, but it's only the beginning, and far worse revelations are still to come. 2 days pass with no sign of the couple or their child. Then, a call comes in from a woman named Desiree, who identifies herself as Brianna's former roommate. She's heard about the missing child and has important information about Brianna's boyfriend, Manny. Details his own family never shared with police.
I remember everything was kind of weird for me. She go off and like she just talked to them and then it happened, you know.
Do you know why she was kind of disassociated herself from other people?
Commonly, we were talking so bad. We didn't look at it. He had the son, and I'm pretty sure that he had got that baby taken away because he shit out of this. And so he doesn't have that kid anymore. The mom has it. Brianna, she lived with my mom for 2 years. She lived with me for a year and a half. I've always been like trying to help her out and stuff. Well, she was pregnant. You know, he just said that he didn't want to be with her. he didn't walk away with the response. Attorney got one of the other kids. On that. Now,
Needless to say, Desiree's call paints a disturbing picture of the couple. If Manny already lost custody of his own child due to abuse, then there's every possibility that Brianna's big daughter may have suffered the same fate. Together, the pair comes across as volatile, irresponsible, and deeply unfit. A dynamic that only adds more urgency for the detectives to locate them and find the missing child. The next day, as detectives begin mapping out their next steps, they finally receive a tip on the couple's whereabouts. Brianna and Manny are staying at a trailer belonging to Manny's father. Officers immediately drive to the address, hoping to finally speak with the couple directly and get their side of the story.
Police department.
Several minutes pass with no answer. Then the officer knocks again. When Brianna and Manny finally step out of the trailer, it's clear they already know why the police are here, and they have a story prepared.
Hey, so I'm Detective Johnson, by the way. Sorry, do you guys know why I'm out here trying to talk to you guys?
It's because I guess my family wants to speak and talking to his parents.
You know about what?
Part of the reason.
That's why I'm involved as a detective, you know what I mean? Just because stuff like that gets passed on to us. So, where's your baby at right now?
She looked at me.
Where's that?
Eyes.
And Juarez? Okay. Who's your friend in Juarez?
Friends for you.
Oh, yeah. If you don't mind, I'm just going to talk to you guys individually real quick, and then I'm going to talk to both of you quick. So, can you just hang out with him for a minute? And can I talk to you over here? So, obviously, I don't know your personal life. I don't know anybody. I'm just trying to get it all figured out.
No, so that's my.
You're upset.
Yeah. To talk to them.
What was
They're annoying and they're all in my life. That's one reason why I started to say so with my aunt. She would come and help. Like, she would always yell at me and say I'm stupid. I don't like it. So, I don't like if I don't do it. But, God, 2 years. Probably business and whatnot. So that's one reason why I bought them.
I mean, would you take your baby down there?
Yeah, I put it so she can take care of it.
How'd you guys end up? So when is that?
I've been like
And it was
2 months ago.
2 months ago.
Brianna's explanation sounds reasonable. Her family constantly interferes in her life, and she doesn't want to deal with them. She even speaks negatively about her aunt, Ruby, claiming she was never supportive of her. Nothing about Brianna's story immediately raises alarms, so to verify the details, the officer moves on to speak with Manny separately to cross-check what Brianna has already said. This is when a small discrepancy surfaces, one that will mark the beginning of the couple's story falling apart.
Hey man, so you kind of just give me a rundown of everything going on?
So as far as I know, like, I've been trying to get a rid of her because I guess they haven't been touching on her doing baby's doing. And she spoke to a couple of family members. I think it was her brother or some shit like that because they messaged her. And she told them to, like, oh, we're doing okay. Like, you guys don't got to worry about nothing. And then they were like, okay, well, just wanted to make sure everything was okay. And then after that, then they started, okay, my mom told me, she was like, oh, hey, there's detectives here at my house, like, trying to figure out, because you guys are missing or some shit, you guys have, like, family, or, like, what the fuck, like, she's talked to her aunts or something, like, she's talked to a couple of family members, and, like, you know, like, everything is okay, like, they're still doing their shit, so.
So the baby's Juarez?
Mm-hmm.
When did that happen? Roughly the baby or the month?
Like,
Beginning of the year? Like, February? Can they give you an address? So, like, how are you going to supposed to get in contact? Or what's the plan? Is she going to go back for her baby at some point?
so as far as I hear, it's like, once we got good shit, they were going to be, I guess she was going to be hitting us up back then. That's right, that's all. So.
Not only does Manny give a completely different time frame for when Brianna's daughter was given away, but he also can't provide any basic details for the supposed friend the child was given to. When the officer circles back to Brianna with the same question, she can't answer it either, and offers no way to verify that this friend even exists. At this point, the officer's suspicion grows, and with the inconsistencies piling up, he makes the call to detain the couple and bring them to the station for further questioning. Once at the station, Brianna and Manny are placed into separate interview rooms. They still don't know their stories don't match, and investigators intend to keep it that way. This is the police's only chance to finally figure out what really happened to Brianna's daughter and who's responsible. As for the couple, one wrong answer could expose the horrifying secret they've been hiding for months.
So, to get in contact with Maria. What's that?
So when did this happen?
2 months ago. Okay. Do you remember the day? The other messages on WhatsApp from Maria?
What's happened? 01.
Contact. Sure.
She told me she was gonna get up.
Yeah, okay.
Get talk to us. It's not possible.
Why don't we just make sure Connie's okay? Because Brianna doesn't seem to know. Really? You think about it, that's kind of, we started a little bit. And we got a little bit more concerned about this something that's true with the father thing.
As far as I know sometimes she has problems with her phone. She went kind of as a person. Maybe it's just a part of it.
The only thing I can say probably is wait for her to this about things. Probably I get like
As expected, Brianna and Manny stick to their conflicting story. More importantly, is that neither of them show any concern for their daughter's well-being, despite not seeing or hearing anything from the supposed friend for weeks. What the couple doesn't know yet is that detectives have already followed up on the supposed friend Brianna mentioned, and discovered that no such person exists. By now, it's painfully obvious to investigators that both Brianna and Manny are lying. So detectives decide it's time to lay out what they believe really happened to Brianna's big daughter and confront her directly.
Yeah, but we need to just be truthful. Because a lot of the stuff you said is just not making any sense, and it's kind of hard to wrap our minds around the kind of the lack of concern you're showing. I mean, we just need the truth. Because make sure Connie's okay. I mean, we get it. Stuff happens. People live with their time. We understand that.
Something happened.
We're not
After this happened, we discussed this. How do you come home?
we know nothing about. There was no progress.
It's a tough and down. Working right now. Doing
Okay. Right.
Brianna finally breaks and confesses to killing her daughter. After this admission, she becomes visibly emotional. For several minutes, detectives are unable to get clear answers from her. As they slowly piece together her statements, a story begins to form. Brianna claims she fell asleep on her daughter while they were in the car, accidentally suffocating her. Panicked, she and Manny buried her daughter's body in a remote wooded area where it has remained for nearly a year. After the confession, detectives decide to give Brianna a few minutes alone to collect herself and to reconsider the story she's choosing to tell. Because even now, she's taking full responsibility and insisting Manny had no part in what happened. When detectives return to the room, they know what they need to do next. Convince Brianna to be honest about Manny's role. Her body is buried.
Yeah. Yeah, I always. Doing okay.
Is there anything we need water or anything? Yes.
So we kind of understand what's going on. You know, I ain't got trouble right now. We want to do what we can to help you, okay? With, I guess,
You can go in Dallas as well. Would you be willing to drive up to Queens right now and show us where we need to go? You can go with us. Yeah, you okay going with us? Yeah, how would you get there? Maybe. Would you be comfortable? After agreeing to help detectives, Brianna seems to regain her composure, speaking calmly and answering questions as if the weight of her confession has already lifted. In the next room, Manny has no idea his girlfriend just confessed and took all the blame. But he's about to find out as detectives prepare to drive both of them to the one place they never wanted anyone to find. Get ready. Okay. Oh, sorry, this is Sergeant Tate. Yeah, you would say. As they prepare to leave, Brianna and Manny are reunited, and it's clear Manny immediately realizes she's told officers the truth. The couple and officers then drive out and hike deep into the woods to recover the body. A grim walk that will lead to what can only be described as a nightmare. Yes. Good, very good. Great, that's good. Got it. Here's the here with the rockets. Right now, hot spot.
Yeah. Yeah.
Alan just big old thing. She's underneath the rock.
Yeah.
Those. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Mark it. So I don't want to keep you guys out of the loop. You guys can get here. So we're gonna do stuff the way we handle it. And so what we're gonna do is we gotta get a search warrant, of course. We're gonna bring out other resources, and we're gonna do this the right way. Okay. We're gonna hold off. We're gonna secure this. We can get a couple of things. So we can okay. Well, we gotta take it. Oh yeah, that's right. So it's not like we're just mark it and then read it. So we're just talking about that stuff. So it's gonna be you're 100% certain that's the spot though?
Yes.
Okay. We've been marking along the way. And now, officers believe they found the burial site, but because it's already dark, they halt the search until the following day. Before Brianna and Manny are allowed to leave, detectives instruct them to return at noon. For now, the pair isn't being detained and are treated as two people who may simply be caught in a tragic situation. At least, based on what they're admitting. Cry from the real truth behind their lies, a horrific truth. Police are just hours away from discovery. The next morning, Brianna meets detectives near the search site, but strangely, Manny doesn't join her. Instead, he waits inside a detective's car, refusing to return to the burial location. Brianna then leads investigators back to the wooded area, with forensic experts following behind. She's about to give them the confirmation they've been searching for, even though the couple responsible will eventually still walk free. Yeah, that one's over there.
That was over there. Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah. Like. Great. That big old. Yeah.
It's correct. Tragically, this discovery confirms detectives' worst fears. But as investigators examine the remains, something stands out. Although the body has decayed significantly and still shows signs of possible injuries, suddenly, Brianna's claims of an accidental suffocation no longer seem as straightforward as she described, and detectives now need to get to the bottom of what really happened. So while forensics continue their work, a detective speaks with Manny, hoping to determine whether Brianna is telling the truth or if she's just protecting him. What Manny says next makes one thing unmistakably clear. He has no intention of taking responsibility.
You get it that the baby passed away and Brianna buried the Why would you try to hide that fact?
Right. And I think they was being really frustrated. And Brianna was like, you know what? Just go outside. We went outside and we tried, like, maybe going to the car and then turning it around and maybe to help with the car being turned on and the box operation.
See, I can understand that. For as much as you want closure in this, you don't think that I want closure. I have my own babies. But the only way that I can get that closure, man, is if you guys just and by helping this, I mean just be honest with us. Was the baby, did you was the baby in her backpack? Did you put the baby in something? Where if he showed us, that's very regular this.
Despite the detective's efforts to get any reaction out of him, Manny remains completely emotionless, taking no responsibility, and insists it was nothing more than an accident caused by Brianna. With Brianna already taking all the blame, detectives have no choice but to accept their statements for now, and the interview with Manny is wrapped up. Back at the burial site, forensics finish documenting the scene, and the remains are sent for autopsy. At this point, officers could arrest the couple for tampering with evidence. They already admitted to burying the body. Detectives make a different decision and let the couple walk free.
Brett.
On the surface, it seems like a strange choice, but in reality, it's a calculated move that will become crucial later on. With that decision, the scene is cleared and the day is wrapped up. Back at the station, investigators regroup to discuss their plan. They agree that letting the couple go, at least temporarily, is what's best for the investigation. There is no autopsy yet, no confirmed cause of death, and no clear way to prove who is responsible. If Brianna and Manny were arrested immediately, they would almost certainly lawyer up, and detectives would lose the only chance to confront them once the medical evidence comes back. By waiting, investigators gain a strategic advantage, the opportunity to secure a confession when the autopsy reveals the truth. But their plan comes with major risk. The couple is now completely free to disappear, and what detectives don't know yet is that Manny has family in Mexico. Over the following week, investigators wait for the autopsy results and begin searching for anything that could help strengthen their case. They're certain Brianna hasn't told the full truth, and with Manny's history of abuse involving his previous child and wife, there is every reason to suspect foul play in their daughter's death. So to gain more insight into the couple, detectives arrange to meet Brianna's aunt, Ruby, at her workplace. And at this point, Ruby has no idea that her grandniece is long gone. And once detectives bring the tragic news to her, she will make it clear just how big of a mistake it was to let the couple walk free.
It's okay. It's okay if I ask you some questions before we get started. Okay, so how did this all come about?
I've had her. She left with me at age 23. She left. In and out. You know, when they turn 18, they know it all. She got pregnant from some guy out of Texas. She was excited to be all. But when she met this guy she's with now, she messaged me, I have my baby. Rushed to the hospital.
What was that?
Here, yes, sir. I took pictures with the baby, and he got up there before he walked out that
Man,
room.
fuck
Here,
it.
and I looked at him like, I said, is he mad? She says, yes. Yeah, he's mad. I said, well, I don't care if he gets mad. I want to take pictures of the baby, me and the baby. Her brothers was sending her money every Fridays to help her out with the baby. He would ask her, where's my baby niece? I want to meet my baby niece. So there's no baby niece. Brother Brian, I spoke to him last night. He was haven't heard nothing yet. Well, her brother ended up calling her. They argued and he told her, hey, I'm not going to be sending you any more money if you don't bring me my baby niece to meet her. I don't even know her. Every time they go, he said she'd get the money to go. There's no baby. He said she lived with a nun. We're the only ads. Me, one for Ross, one the other two. They ain't even taking care of a kid.
Ruby would continue describing more concerning behavior from the couple, especially Manny's anger and hostility around Brianna's daughter. As she talks, she begins to sense that the detective sitting across from her may already know far more about her grandniece's condition than she does.
Her baby, did they take him in for questioning?
Give me her
Or are they in the loose? Or is there a baby?
So, baby, there was a
Y'all found her.
I know, but we still have I know, and that's part of the truth. It's just we have to.
No, they should be locked up. They should be locked up. Taking her to the doctor's visits or anything.
Oh, it's still under investigation. There's still a lot of questions we have. Okay,
What are they saying?
again, we haven't really spoke to him. Okay?
They're gonna be gone. If you go find them, they're gonna be gone. He's had family in Mexico. He has family. His mom's from Mexico. They have family in Juarez.
Through her grief, she warns them about something they hadn't fully considered. The couple could already be on the run, especially with Manny's connections in Mexico. Additionally, her description of Brianna as a follower only reinforces what investigators heard before, starting to make sense to detectives why Brianna would take the blame, even if Manny played a bigger role in what happened. And now, though, Ruby is devastated, knowing she will never see her grandniece again. Her reaction is far more emotional than anything detectives have seen from Brianna. But sadly, the tragic news doesn't stop there, because Ruby is about to hear the most disturbing part about her grandniece's death.
They killed her. He killed her. I know he did. I could have had that baby. I could have raised her. Do you know who the dad is? No, we don't know him. Nobody knows. Nobody knows who he is.
The baby is being sent to Albuquerque for an autopsy.
How many months was she? One. Before she turned 1?
No, how old she was exactly, but I'm guessing I'm to 2.
When she passed away. Gone. So she.
Yeah. Going off the information that I was told.
They stopped breathing. That's all he did was, when I got to that car, it smelled like bad, like weed. I think I couldn't even breathe. Why are they still not in the news? You know, they're toxic.
It's
Be gone. Don't be gone.
that's why we don't them. You don't want to spook them.
Already like the minute y'all discovered that spotty, they're gone. I know they're gone.
Ruby is justifiably furious. She wants justice, even if it means putting her own niece behind bars. But without an autopsy, detectives still don't have definitive proof of how Brianna's daughter died or who is responsible. Making an arrest now could jeopardize the case. With that uncertainty hanging over the investigation, detectives wrap up the interview with Ruby. At this point, they still believe waiting is a safer option, but that decision comes with a dangerous consequence. It gives the couple exactly what they need: time to run, disappear, and make sure they're never found. Over 2 months later, the autopsy results finally come in, and the findings are more disturbing than anyone imagined. The report reveals multiple injuries and in the child's system. Most importantly, the manner of death is ruled homicide. The report reveals multiple injuries and in the child's system. Importantly,
Holy
the
shit.
manner of death is ruled a homicide. For the first time, detectives have confirmation that foul play was involved. Now they need to figure out which one of them is responsible and, more importantly, where they are. Detectives are quickly sent out to search for the couple, but they're nowhere to be found. Days turn into weeks, and every possible address comes up empty. It begins to look like Ruby was right all along. The couple may have disappeared for good and gotten away with the murder of her grandniece. Weeks pass, and still no sign of Brianna or Manny. Then, in February, detectives receive a tip that the couple has returned and is quietly staying at Manny's father's trailer at a nearby park. It's the first real lead since the autopsy. Officers are dispatched, but they're told to keep the encounter calm and convince the couple to come in voluntarily. The goal is to extract a confession, not spook them into running again. Minutes later, they arrive at the trailer park, hoping this time the bear won't slip away.
How are you?
Good. You.
How are you doing?
Good, good. Hey, your kiddos home?
Yeah, good.
Oh, okay. Hi. Nice to see you again.
How are you? Good.
Good.
Morning.
Yeah, if you don't mind.
Brianna, can you call Brianna?
Can you just call Brianna out just for if you wouldn't mind? Hi, Miss Brianna. Things have come up, and I would want to know if you'd like the chance or the opportunity to speak with us on it. Okay, would you mind going to our station, just sit down and have a conversation where it's a little more? Yeah. You go? Okay.
Here's some things.
Yeah.
We'll give you a ride in the
You don't have any knives or anything on you? Okay, do you mind if I just, would you just really quick, just make sure you don't have anything on you? No, you're good.
Anna doesn't ask a single question and simply steps into the back of the cruiser. A strangely calm reaction considering she's been out of sight for months. But things are about to get even stranger once officers call Manny to come out.
One more time.
One more time, one more time.
Mind coming and talking with us? Is good with that? Okay.
Cool.
Good.
We're right over here.
Just we're talking and kind of pat you down and make sure you won't have it. Okay. I appreciate it. Okay.
Thank you. We'll be back.
Manny's reaction is just as baffling as Brianna's. He also agrees to come along without asking a single question. An odd level of cooperation for a couple who's avoided police for nearly 2 months. The pair is quickly transported to the station. On arrival, they're separated immediately. Detective Amanda Keller leads both interrogations. Investigators need to determine which one of the two is responsible or whether they both played a role. If they can't sort that out, prosecutors may never be able to prove who actually killed the child, and both Brianna and Manny walk away without a single murder charge. For the killer couple, everything is on the line as well. If one of them slips up, they risk a life sentence. But if they both stick to the same story, there's a chance they get nothing more than tampering charges or even walk out completely free for the second time.
Miss Brianna, did you get some water? Oh, hey. It's been a while. So yeah, my name's Amanda Keller. This is Edward Aranda. So we're here today to, like we said out there, basically this investigation is coming to an end. And we just had additional questions for you. How did that night start off?
Well, I was tired. And whenever I get birth and all that, I got depression pills. So I would take those. And I took that and I took blood pills. So whenever that happened, it was a whole thing. But the actual thing was
So you woke up, baby was cold, you started doing CPR. What about Manny? What is Manny doing?
yeah, I this one, but didn't freak out.
Okay, and then what did you decide to do?
Just last thing,
I guess I'm just confused as to why you would say that you're living in
never just statement, like just I don't know. I don't know why I said that. I just
Gotcha.
Brianna still clings to the claim that her daughter's death was accidental, and through it all, she continues defending Manny, insisting he had nothing to do with it. What Brianna doesn't know is that police already have an autopsy that directly contradicts her explanation of what happened that night, and the detective is about to use it to completely dismantle her story.
So she did test positive for. Do you know why that would be? Okay. Do you use? Does Manny use? Cassie use?
he hasn't used it whenever he got together or anything.
Okay.
I'm just trying. Why are these lab results telling us this? Very addicting.
It is.
It's still yes. No. Well, that's good.
He changed to me. Not withdrawal.
Yeah,
I can
that's right. How long did he use for? You don't know, but it's like some months, some years.
Brianna's hesitation to admit Manny's drug use only confirms what detectives already suspect. She's hiding the truth, and she seems far more focused on protecting Manny than revealing what happened to her own daughter. But Brianna's denials are about to end, because detectives still have more gruesome details from the autopsy, things only a truly evil parent could do.
So when we review the autopsy, there were also some injuries to her bones. And one was before she had passed. Do you know why she would have injuries to her or to her leg? Did you ever leave her with anybody? So it was primarily either you or Manny or all times.
Did you really fall asleep on Kalani? That's what killed her.
Were you guys arguing and you may have taken it out on Kalani, or was she upset?
It's like it's great.
This was just one time. Okay, all the time. But when you hurt her, was this just paralysis? Once.
Yeah, just a time.
So it's just
It's
every
not that. I just feel like the bullet.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, it can happen. And if you don't get help for it,
So I was like, then I got out because I was scared.
yeah.
For the first time, Brianna isn't blaming herself. She's hinting that Manny may have played a role in the child's death. It is at this point, detectives decide to pause the interrogation and give her a short break. worried that she might shut down completely if they push any harder. But when they return to the room, something has changed. Brianna can't hide the truth any longer. She's about to break and finally reveal what happened to her daughter that fateful night.
Do you really think he's going to be honest, or do you think he's going to?
I'm not really sure. I don't know. I feel like it'd be fine. It's fine if you tell it. It's fine if you tells me.
Why is that fun?
How should it be fine?
You think that's right?
What did you say earlier? If you felt like if you had met somebody else that
Because none of this could happen.
why is that?
I don't know. I just feel like feel different. Like ever since I went to the military.
Okay,
It's not your fault.
it's not your fault.
It's not your fault.
How do you know?
Do what?
And how do you know?
Get it? You don't have to. You know that, right? You don't have to go back there.
You don't feel true.
You don't have to go back there.
Why?
That's too good.
You can find somewhere for you to go. You know your family loves you. I know that you fight it. They do.
I'm sure.
They do. Even still, they still take up for you. They still ask about you if they've heard from you. They love you. They do. Regardless of what's happened.
No, I already. All my life, I've lived with her. She took care of me.
Brianna, this is the first step.
This is. This is.
She took me soon.
But it's okay, but you're healing from now. That's the point you're doing it.
Yeah, now it's late. It should have happened.
But it's not too late, right? It's not too late.
Do you feel safe, Brianna? That's all we're getting at. Do you want our help? Do you want us to give you a little bit of time to think real quick?
I'll find you a Coke.
Try to find you something.
The same I just put it down. It's
I was saying, yeah.
yeah. That's something like this.
Brianna's lies are unraveling before her eyes. She says the military changed Manny, insisting that if it weren't for him, her daughter would still be alive. As she breaks down, even the detectives grow emotional. With Brianna's side of the story now revealed, detectives wrap up the interview and move her into another room, ready to question the person they believe is the real killer. This time, their strategy is different. They plan to confront him with evidence almost immediately and see whether his version of events aligns with Brianna's. After avoiding consequences for more than a year, Manny still believes he can talk his way out of trouble. And the worst part is, he might be right.
What's that never what you want?
What kind of medication did you
I didn't take medication.
take? What does that normally do to you? How does that affect your body? It does what, I'm sorry?
It knows me out.
Knocks it out, like just makes you tired?
Just
Okay. Okay, so even in that time, right, she can't hold her head up, right? She can't crawl. So she's very dependent on somebody, right? To hold her, to move her, right? She can't just put something in her mouth or however. Okay, so how would she have control? So who else could have been around her and cooped it or somehow? Okay, that doesn't make sense to me. Do you see how? If you're, yeah, how did the baby get a hold of it?
that's what I understand either.
Manny's admission to taking the drugs only further confirms detectives' suspicions. At this point, he is their primary focus, and investigators believe he is the one responsible for their daughter's death. So they stop circling around the topic and decide to fully accuse Manny of murder to see if they can break his story and elicit a confession.
This is your knee, right? And right here. You see that? It's more of a, this is like an actual, this is more.
Diagram.
Yeah, like here's your, right? And then it's right here. What's that finger? Do you know why she would have had injury right there?
The only thing that I know, the only thing that worried me was her probably pain. Because whenever we did this, that's what caused the injuries that I would know. Like, yeah, we yanked her leg. And I'm gonna be honest with you, we know what happened. Like, guys don't lie on the autopsy report. Okay. We know that injuries occurred before death. Alright, so that CPR doesn't play effect. Okay. So medical examiners have a way of proving injuries before death because the bone actually starts to try to heal almost immediately. Does that make sense? You're still getting blood flow and all that kind of stuff. I don't know the science behind it, but based off what happened, the injuries were prior to death, meaning she was still alive when the injuries occurred. All injuries. Does that make sense?
As detectives continue laying out the evidence against him, Manny sits stone-faced. This is the moment where everything hangs in the balance. With all cards on the table and murder accusations in front of him, Manny could shut down the entire interrogation, ask for a lawyer, and refuse to answer another question. What happens next will determine not only his fate, but Brianna's as well.
I already know. Just being fussy and upset. Violating the injury. She would have stopped crying, so yeah, that one's fine. No, there's no, maybe looking maybe this when did you know she had died? Whenever I got her, she stopped crying, so I told she was like, oh, shit. I checked her. She was and then that's when she were you panicking? Why didn't y'all call 911? It was my freedom wanted to call. I told her not to. Which is doubt and just scared.
What was Brianna doing when everything was happening?
She was in the kitchen. I don't know what it was. She came in. To her, it was like, listen, what happened? She didn't know the first talking to you or nothing. Was that the first time you had lost your temper? Just lost the crime, just kind of got to you. Just split second.
Manny finally admits he snapped and killed Brianna's daughter in a moment of rage. His confession, both suspects are taken into custody. Manny on charges of child resulting in death, and Brianna for tampering with evidence and helping bury the body. But despite a murder confession, both Brianna and Manny will ultimately walk out of jail. As of September 2025, both have been released on bond while awaiting trial. They are right now free, unrestricted, unsupervised, and able to disappear at any moment. Manny is likely facing a life sentence if convicted. Brianna, for her role in hiding the body, is expected to receive a significantly shorter term, but that's only if they show up to court. With Manny's family ties in Mexico and both suspects currently out in the world, there is always a chance they could vanish again, this time for good.
Isn't that horrible?
You just showing a picture of the face, dude. Holy. I do understand. I do understand. Until they freak out. I understand. Watch your hand there. I'm not saying you did. All right? I'm not saying you did. Hey, hey.
Police and paramedics are called to a frantic scene at a Georgia gas station, where the parents of an 8-month-old infant claim he suffered a terrible accident. But the baby's injuries raise chilling questions, and the investigators will have to work their way past an extremely volatile father to find the answers.
Just guys, her voice. Son. That's it.
The following report is based on official police records, and the footage has never been seen before until now. Please note that all persons charged with a crime are presumed innocent unless and until proven guilty in a court of law. On the night of January 30th, 2022, police and medics in Peach County, Georgia, respond to an emergency call coming from a Buc-ee's gas station. They arrive to find an unresponsive infant and his distraught mother.
Are you mama? What's your name, man? Brooks? But we don't know where it's gonna go quite yet. They're doing everything they can do right now. Okay, how old is what's the matter with leg? It's great.
The fact that the baby already has a pre-existing injury is still on the EMT's mind as they walk around to meet the child's father, Christopher Palmer.
How long y'all been here? How long? What's not long? About hour and a half or something like that.
Two weeks ago, and he fell on the he jumped hard here to go. No, he just jumps in and takes his bottle. Okay, just like the next leg. You don't know. Right here.
So talk to us. So what was happening? What was the call? Was he just stop breathing?
Yes.
Okay, so he fell. What did he fall? How did he fall? Where did he fall? He fell on his face. What did he fall on? Did he hit his face on the ground?
Floor.
He on anything, or was he standing up when he did it? So he slipped out of your hands. Calm down, all right? I'm sorry. Hey, Kristen, calm down. DJ, calm down.
While the child's father tries to keep his composure, Warner Robins police officers begin to sense there's more going on here than meets the eye.
Hands? Mark's got his hands. Mark's, you saw the head. They said anything? Right, that's not a problem. His little brother, who's like one, drops in his crib and lands on top of him. No. That's how a child loses. Bruises on top of that. Yeah. Kids. Absolutely not.
Suspicions building, an officer gets on the phone with his sergeant to explain the situation at Buc-ee's.
We got an 8-month-old. There's a pulse, but it's faint. They're working on it. Looks like visible signs of neglect and maybe, I don't know, abuse. There's bruises all over the child. Child's got rash all over him. They're living in this RV. They've been up, they said, 2 weeks. In my opinion, they both may be under the influence of some type of
Decisive Dolphin. Hey. Two backs, baby. Decisive Dolphin the GOAT.
His parents don't take this news well.
Am I getting rated right now? Is that what it is? Decisive Dolphin did talk about. Hey, bet. Kiss a bun.
We tell you you can leave.
All right, so I guess I should explain what I'm doing. All right, so pretty much this is the game plan. This is what it's gonna look like. It's like a dog driving an F1 car, and then this is gonna be my friend's dad. It's a Christmas present. My friend's dad is gonna be driving the F1 car, and then his family's gonna be like right there. And that's the plan. So right now we're doing thank you. We're doing the little place up here, and I'm watching. Ooh, I don't know. I like to watch these like videos. It's like those body cam videos. So you guys might hear that in the background. But yeah, bro, Decisive Dolphin, what were you doing? New Gen Bob Ross. Hopefully, I want to make like a page. I'll never be Bob Ross. Still him. I needed Bob Ross for the trees, but I think I'm just gonna send it for the trees. They're not that important. I still got the dog to do. I still got this to do.
As Christopher's agitation grows, the officers discuss their next step.
Oh. Who did? Tissa? Is that Tissa rated me?
So, Mel's getting very agitated. He's about to start something, try to go to jail.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Maurice. That was very nice of you. Yeah, that's dope. All right. Bro, y'all caught me off guard, bro. I'm happy. I'm so happy I had notifications on, because then I would have never realized that. Y'all just would have been like, what is he doing? And I would not have heard you at all. Damn, I'm gonna look up some more. I'm gonna look up Maurice real quick. What does he do? Maurice. Thanks, Decisive Dolphin. Maurice. What is it? Ah. I really do be living in the shed, though. Beats tier gamer. He dies a lot in games. Yes, it does. Maurice, please. No, it doesn't really even call it, like, I'm just, like, right now, I'm just doing dots. I'm just taking colors and, like, poking dots right now. The dog, though, I'm gonna have to lock in for the dog. Because they know what their dog looks like. Like, if I, like, they were very specific about what the dog needs. Which I guess is fair. But to me, it just looks like a normal golden retriever, so I'm gonna have to get it exactly right. Maurice dies a lot in games. Bro, it sounds like y'all, your viewers are literally beautiful. You, I hope y'all are nice to me. Ah! My tripod's broken. What the dog doing, right? What is the dog doing? Bro. Lock in, Griffin. Here, we'll get you all a little bit closer. Can you see? Wait, right there. Yeah, it's good enough. Yeah, that's good enough. Okay. Hell yeah. Damn, I'm gonna have to really.
Listen, accidents sometimes happen. Okay, that doesn't mean they're any less painful. Okay, right now,
This guy definitely killed this baby.
We're gonna get you there as soon as we can. Okay?
Man, I know that. Man, it takes hours, man, to like lose my son before. And better not lose. I'm telling you, you'll have to take me goddamn prison.
Bro, is
Listen,
tweaking, bro.
listen.
This guy lives in an RV.
All right. As I understand it, when he left here, he had a pulse. I'm expecting
There the whole time.
He's cooked.
Okay, you did what a dad's supposed to do. You did what a dad's supposed to do. What do you do? I need to make a couple of phone calls. Just hold tight.
But as the sergeant makes his calls, it quickly becomes clear that holding tight is not Christopher's strong suit.
Well, see, that's what it is. They all that you see with goddamn truck. That man. Hey, goddamn truck! My son fell!
Bro, he lives in an RV and he says he dropped this baby. And like the baby's like all bruised and like
Extensive bruising to the left side of his head.
see.
Redness around his mouth. He had spot bruises, almost like fingertip bruises, all over.
That's so fucked.
Forehead, down both arms, hands, and both legs.
I didn't like y'all. Oh, man. You get her way, you wait. I could see this.
That's so fucked. And he's just lying his ass off to these guys.
It's pretty dadgum nasty. They've got 2 other children.
Yeah, no, I've been here like all year, but this is the thing. So the idea was I live streamed 24/7 all year, and I did a pretty good job. But the thing is like the logistics of live streaming 24/7 obviously was pretty hard to figure out. So I probably missed it's like the stream would be down every there's just like holes where I wasn't streaming. So I'm gonna go back, count all the hours that I missed, and then that's gonna carry on into next year. So then I still technically live stream 24/7. It just wasn't like all in one thing because there's a period where I got banned on Twitch, and then there's a period where it's like stuff like that. Like I got banned from Twitch for a week, so I missed that. Or like my internet goes out, or my phone dies, and it's just like, and I don't realize it, so it's just a blank screen. Shit like that. So I'm gonna go back, count all the hours that I wasn't streaming, and then I'll do it. Because if you say something, you gotta do it. Yeah, bro. It's whatever. Lesson learned. I forgot what it was for. It was so long ago. It was earlier in the year.
Not a hostage, sir.
I completely forgot what it was for. Something dumb, bro. I think it was. Oh, I was watching a fucking Danny Duncan video.
Tries to find out what
I don't understand why on
Hey, what's up, Dave?
like other streamers can watch YouTube videos, but then when I watch one, I got banned. I was like, man. That's why I would have like a video going on while I paint, so you guys don't have to like
Right, here's what's going on right now.
like listen to.
Baby is up at the hospital. They're examining him now. He does have a heartbeat. He is alive.
Let's go. He's a fighter.
They're checking on scans and all of that. Okay, so we're doing good right now.
What?
We're doing good right now. Okay, hold together for a few more minutes. We'll try and get a little bit more information. Get a little bit more information. Sometimes when you do CPR,
On God.
I do understand. I do understand.
Wake him up. Let's think that I freaked him.
Bro. This guy's lying his ass off.
Right now, the child is receiving the absolute best care possible. Macon is a level 1 trauma center. Give us a minute. We're going to be dealing with y'all in just a second.
So you guys think he did it?
No, sir. He's not saying that. Not saying that.
Christopher's suspicions about the holdup are growing, and it won't be long before he says something that escalates the situation.
You guys are holding me here against my will. Against my will. How did he leave? Hold me at the top.
This dude.
You're under arrest?
Sir.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know, like
We can leave that, right? Not right now.
these body cam videos just make me realize how actually stupid people are.
So explain. There's an investigation that goes through this. Take hours. No, man, it's not going to take hours. You've been here for 40 minutes. I was here just an hour. She give me good 40 minutes every time. He's literally, they're finishing up with something as they speak. No, they still have to get here. I know. And no, they're on the way. I can tell you they're on the way. Yes, they are on the way. Just shoot me, guys.
Damn, I'm looking for a brush right now.
This a good one? But the police aren't
Yeah,
taking any chances.
This one fucking sucks.
Lucas, we're going to have to shootings. He has confirmed with me there are.
All right, bye, Tissa Bun. How did you find me? How did you find me? Were y'all just like looking at people?
He steps out of the vehicle, put in handcuffs.
Boss man. Listen, my man. Hey, I'm gonna take you.
Yeah, I sure
I'm
did.
gonna take you the quickest in my vehicle. Okay, my vehicle's fast. We're gonna get there now. Look, they need. Shut up. Listen, they need you. I get that. Your daughter comes. Shut up. Your baby. They need a parent up there to give consent. I need you there. Let's go. Then come on, let's go. I can only take one at a time.
It's important.
Let's go. I was on the phone with them when I had to come up here and talk to you. I did have to. No, listen what I'm saying.
The Bat Cave.
When you tell my guys about something about we're going to have to shoot you and all that, we don't.
What the hell?
Your next was there doing nothing.
No. That's not the case. We're not doing nothing. We're doing everything right now.
We're sitting here doing nothing.
We're doing everything right now.
Can't pee in our own house because you guys think whatever. You all wrong. Get off.
Bro.
The ruse is unsuccessful, but after a detective arrives on scene to a less than friendly greeting,
Oh shit.
Stay still.
he briefly interviews the couple, reviews the evidence, and the decision is made to dispense with the games.
Grab him and snatch him out. Grab him, snatch him out. There, 3, 2, 1, go. Come on out.
Bro,
Hold still. Put your hands behind your back. You're under arrest. Put your hands behind your back.
I didn't do nothing.
Put your hands behind your back.
Relax.
Please don't, man.
Make this harder.
I know what. Just tell me why I'm under
Put your
arrest.
hand behind your back.
I'm under arrest. Please tell me why.
You're being detained for investigative purposes. Put your hands
That's
behind
fine.
your back. Put your hands
I
behind your
didn't
back.
do nothing.
Bro's tweaking.
Richard, watch our back.
Sir, I'm good. Calm down, sir. I'm good now.
Put your hands behind your back.
You're on my hand, sir.
Stand by. We'll get your other hand.
Yeah, question.
All right, pull this hand out. Pull it out. Pull it out.
There you go.
All right. We're going to get you up. Hold still.
We gonna get you up. We gonna get you up, young boy.
All right, listen to me. We're good.
I mean, if you're talking about today,
All right, listen to me.
if you're talking about today,
I
then
understand. Listen to me.
I think I was like lucky just got started,
Listen to me.
Why am I under arrest?
but I painted for like a long time. I painted for a long time. I may be painting all night,
Doing what you're
but
doing right now.
if you're talking about in my life,
This other resistance. Hey, listen.
I don't know. I just like painted. I started, just like what normal people do, like painted like elementary school, middle school, like just high school, and then just that art class, nothing. But then
going to be interviewed.
sophomore year of my college,
All right, but you're going to be interviewed at police headquarters.
sophomore year of college,
quickly calms down.
I painted my mom's minivan because I was just driving like my mom's minivan around, and I was like, dude, I gotta paint this. Like I feel like I looked like a creep, just driving like a white van. So I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna paint it. And when I did that, someone hired me to do a mural. And then when I was painting that mural, people just kept on hiring me over and over and over again. And I was like, all right, I guess I'm gonna just do this. And I dropped out of college and just started. Now this is what I do. Kind of happened by accident. I really don't even. I'd rather just like, make videos and do all that stuff. But this is how I make money.
The official police report includes
I considered it. I definitely considered that.
which include crimes against women, Family violence charges involving Shelley and the kids.
Bad dude right here.
Offense against 2 young children that landed him on New York's sex offender registry. While it's unclear how these cases were adjudicated, it's certainly clear that Christopher's agitation at the scene is turning into rage.
I feel like I'm getting really angry, man. What's going on? I'm about to lose my cool dude. I mean, I don't care about consequences for the doing this. No, sir, no. Oh, Lord Jesus. Yeah, I'm going to go. Just stay calm for just a little bit. In a big ditch. Oh my God.
Isn't that horrible?
Yeah.
He may not even talk to me after that.
Who's the Pope? Thinks you're going to just point the finger at me. Man, the fuck, no.
We can go ahead and take him to the PD.
Attack my son.
With Christopher on the verge of losing it, the cops let him say goodbye to his family.
08-444-970.
I'm sorry, you believe that? You're taking my money?
This actually looks like Chinese people. Can't believe this is actually working.
Chuck, I'm not lying. I know that.
Now, interview right now.
Christopher has definitely lost his marbles, bro.
Baby, it's money, right? Yeah. Mommy, sorry, give me the babies. You want to have
Just give me $40 up here. Right? If you're asking.
Is there an ID for you in there? In your wallet?
Shelly, run to jail. You hear me?
Say it again.
Look at me. You know that, don't you?
Leave me? Oh, leash you? He does. No.
Just look at your face so I understand. Don't worry. What? I did not. And I hurt my son. Look at me. I would have picked him, but I did not hurt my son like that. I swear to God, I did.
The police lead Christopher away and discover that getting him into the transport wagon will not be easy.
Well, I got a brief from him, man.
Free?
Oh, man, you guys are going to have to hurt me, man.
No. We don't.
Oh shit! He's like, y'all gonna have to hurt me.
Come on. Come on. Calm down.
Guys, you see that?
Well, I have a seat.
Bro is definitely in denial. Oh my God.
Come on. Come on, my dude. No one's beating you. Come on. We'll have a seat. Come on. Hey. Deep breaths. Deep breaths. I'm not saying you did. All right? I'm not saying you did. Hey. Deep breath. No one's taking anybody out.
I don't want to be here. Please hurt me, man. Please hurt me. Do what I got to do.
Nobody's gonna hurt. No one's gonna hurt. Take a ride.
Please.
Gosh, these dots, bro, they're taking forever. Come on.
The police eventually get him in the wagon and transport Shelley, Christopher, and the children to the police station. But while the scene of Bucky's is brought to a close, this investigation is only getting started.
Come in. Remember me? From over at the camper? Do you want to talk to me about what happened?
What are you talking about?
Well, I got to take you into an interview and read you Miranda.
Say what happened? Seems like I'm talking to me.
Well, you're being charged anyway. At the moment, that's how it's looking. So, I mean, do you want to talk? At the moment, cruelty to children in the first degree, sexually aggravated assault.
Elsewhere at the station, Shelley is given some bad news.
What's the reason that
No.
One, we can't get a hold of your dad. And it probably more than likely, though, that's where they'll end up going. Because that's what they ultimately want. They want the trusted family member to watch after these
Oh,
kids.
okay, good. I thought they were gonna tell him that the babies.
Right now, I think it's best if there's an environment change, if nothing else, because they cannot continue to live in an RV with that man.
They ask Shelley to walk with them down the hallway, where she realizes that things are about to get even worse.
Miss Brooks, just stop for a minute. Just turn around.
Huh?
Turn around for us. Just put your hands right here, okay?
Can you tell me why I'm going digital?
Yes, ma'am.
Please.
To put it bluntly, okay? That child has a lot of injuries, and he's had a lot of medical conditions.
have a lot of injuries that not received. Oh. And they have not been cared for. That child needed to be in a hospital before tonight. And you guys did not take him to a hospital.
But you don't think during that time I wanted it? I did.
It doesn't matter if you wanted it or not. It's the fact that you didn't do it.
John, I'm trying to.
And when I had no other way,
There you go.
and you'll hold it there, it hurts you. How do you get away from that?
It's putting your children before yourself. Your fear of physical harm, you've got to be overridden by your children's safety. It's almost just as bad to sit back and watch and do nothing, though, when you know you could have done
Did I guess?
Kelly and Christopher have been arrested.
Yeesh.
Many questions remain.
No, I'm sure they got like a parent or something.
Weeks leading up to it, and it won't be until investigators sit down with the two.
If they don't have a
within their RV, finally comes alive.
yeesh, bro. I don't know how. I don't know why or how I watch these things. They're just like long when it comes to like long form content to just like binge. These like investigative videos are the best.
Who's saying that though?
Like that. We still got. Oh wait, this one's not that long. Still 10 more minutes. Obviously, like usually there's a mystery. It's more interesting. Obviously, we know that the guy fucking beat the baby. And I'm gonna say the baby lived, but usually there's like way better ones. Hold on. Let's see.
March 6th, 2008, Bangkok hotel room. Victor Bout just agreed
Most
to sell
genius
100
bank heist ever.
to shoot down American helicopters.
No, this one's so good. Oh, damn it. How about this? Cops make horrific discovery in woman's pots or soup pot. I think we're gonna have to watch that.
I was just out walking my dog, and I came across some bones that looked to me to be human. He had been dismembered.
Oh my God.
Okay. There was apparent saw mark. Okay.
Holy sh!
Saw.
When a human spine is discovered by a woman walking her dog in Mercer County in January 2016, it launches an investigation that will take years to unravel. Even with a bone-chilling confession, investigators are left questioning the truth behind their victims' unimaginable.
Oh, that sounds good.
They will soon find themselves with another body.
That's where my sister lives right now. She's in App.
Following report is based on official police records, and most of the
Loud as
footage has
fuck.
never been seen until now. Following the 911 call,
Welcome
from a
back,
concerned dog,
Morris.
police discovered a skeletal human spine hidden among the frozen brush in a fairly remote area in Mercer County. Though they conducted a thorough search of the area, no other remains were found.
Just a
This
spine.
left investigators with two main questions. Who was their victim, and where were the missing body parts?
This is crazy.
Despite a DNA profile being uploaded to NamUs, a police database for missing persons cases, the identity of the victim remained unknown. That all changed in 2020 when a Bureau of Criminal Investigation agent working on cold cases connected the profile of a missing persons case in Columbus, Ohio, with the timeline.
What color next should I put in that little clusterfuck? I think I'm just gonna double down and do red now.
At the end of November 2015, just 2 months.
Red and
before the
orange again.
911 call,
Just fill it in.
Ryan had last been heard from a month prior in September. After contacting Ryan's parents and conducting a DNA test, investigators were able to confirm that the partial skeleton belonged to Ryan. They spoke to Ryan's father, Warren, over the phone.
Almost like.
No, it was obvious that there was.
Nah, we'll do dark blue. We'll do dark blue.
Remains that we were not able to locate. Okay. So it was also
Dark blue and then white. I feel like that's the game plan. And then we'll be done with those people. We still have to do the whole this side.
Over the phone. That's all. We did not find.
Hey, that kinda looks like- That kind of looks like little people.
Or the skull.
Oh my gosh. So
Yeah, that kind of looks like
The
little
location
people.
of Ryan's skull, like something out of a horror movie, but that wouldn't be revealed until
Yeah.
much later.
Let's go.
Even worse than discovering that Ryan had died were the details investigators shared with Warren about Ryan's remains.
There was saw marks. Okay.
what mark?
Sophomore.
Right.
When he was found.
Damn, you gotta cut someone off to do that.
What is it sound like? Gangland or some kind of sick trafficking or what the hell? Man, who would do something like that?
Those are all questions that we are hoping to work to try to get some answers for Ryan and for your family, okay?
Police were able to track down the 3 people living with Ryan in Columbus before Ryan's disappearance: Corey Buzzard, Sarah Buzzard, and Naira Jen Whitaker. On August 25th, 2021, officers had to find Sarah and Jen, who are now married. After moving out of the apartment they shared with Corey and Ryan, they now live at Sarah's mother's house. What will unfold shortly is a twisted and unpredictable case, one that is far more disturbing than anyone anticipated. It takes a few minutes, but eventually Sarah answers the door.
Hello, police department. Looking for Sarah. Come step up for me. All right, sir.
You'll see. Not really.
I think you got a warrant.
What?
It's out of Ohio, I think.
Ohio. Down in Ohio.
002, I've got her up front. All right, so go ahead and turn up the chair and back for me.
Though he doesn't know it just yet, the officer asks Sarah a question that will foreshadow a devastating series of events.
Oh, maybe. Nah, I don't think we're fucking with the green vibe.
Sarah informs the officers that her mother and Jen are
Sorry,
inside,
why is it not standing?
and they
Okay,
soon join her on
no.
board.
Dude, I need one of those like little things that hold the painting.
You're downtown. I gotta look at exactly what the warrant is for. And then.
Oh yeah, we're gonna do white now.
It's through Ohio, so they send us over here. So we sent the warrant over here. We get it from out of state all the time.
No, I mean, that was my daughter's gift. We never that kind of person. But there's something missing over there. No, I mean just
Take some deep breaths, Sarah.
when she moved,
While the officer dances around their questions regarding Sarah's arrest, Sarah's disposition begins to take a turn.
Been sick?
Welcome, Sarah. Okay.
Have you been sick or?
no, just shocked.
Oh, okay.
Despite looking like she might pass out, it's decided that Sarah can travel to the police station.
Okay, I'm gonna hold your arm so you don't fall over, okay?
Once at the police station and in an interrogation room, Sarah is told that detectives from Ohio want to speak with her.
Hi, Sarah. I'm Megan Baker. This is the Sheriff's Office in Ohio.
I'm Rick Ward. Hello, Sarah.
Well, I'm assuming you have lots of questions. Okay. We're going to take some time to sit down with you here and maybe we can get some answers for those questions for you, if that's okay.
Sarah has read her Miranda rights and agrees to speak with the detectives. They immediately dive into questioning, beginning with her time in Columbus almost 6 years ago. Sarah explains that she lived with her then husband, Corey Buzzard. While married to Corey, Sarah had also started dating Jen, who was transgender. Eventually, as her relationship with Sarah progressed, Jen moved in with Corey and Sarah. A few months later, they got another roommate, someone named Emma.
And that's a little bit about why we're here. Is talk about Emma, also known as Ryan Zimmerman. He went missing. Are you familiar with any of that? Okay. So I guess what you know about Ryan. Or Emma, if you know him as Emma.
According to Sarah and Jen, Ryan was newly transitioning, which is why they knew Ryan by the name Emma. However, this claim hasn't been substantiated or verified by any members of Ryan's family.
It's a little bit of a touchy subject. My husband at the time had sexual interests. They had talked online extensively, and he had invited them to come stay with us, which I did not want to happen, but long story short, it did
After Sarah and her partner Jen move into the house with her,
All right,
and
we're
Corey,
almost done with
Corey
this
decided
little-
to meet someone and reached out to Ryan online. After speaking for a short period, Ryan moved into the Columbus apartment as well. At the same time that Sarah is in interrogation at Sarah's mother's house, Jen is also being approached.
This one, I mean, I started yesterday.
To speak with them.
Well, the designing, honestly, designing takes way longer. But
Soon have a nightmarish
I mean,
outcome.
I think I painted. Dude, I don't know how long I painted. It had been more than 12 hours yesterday.
Okay, so we're not stepping out.
And then I started around 9 today, 9 or 8 today, because I slept. I wake up at like pretty random times.
Zimmerman. Brian Zimmerman. Lived with you guys in
Yeah, that's
2015. With you and Sarah and Corey. September 2015, right? And he's missing.
Oh no.
And you guys were like the last people to see him.
After clarifying that Ryan also went by the name Emma or M, Jen remembers briefly living with Ryan. The investigators will often switch between referring to Ryan as Ryan and as M or Emma. After only living with Corey.
Okay,
Sarah,
that's good.
Jen,
That's good enough for those people. I mean, that looks like people. Oh shit! I forgot. Oh no, I didn't.
Corey's relationship ended, and Ryan never found a job.
All right, I kind of want to break from like the top. I think I want to work on the dog.
Because of this, Corey told Ryan to leave, and Ryan planned to leave on September 25th. This timeline correlates with the last time anyone heard from Ryan.
I know that they had tried.
Yeah, let's do the dog.
Link me to
What time is it? It's only 11.
So that I'm already given too many chances, and that it was
April 2016.
Sorry, we're doing another one.
Prime Minister reads the morning
This one looks
headline with his
better.
name in it. April 2016. Iceland's Prime Minister reads the morning headline with his name in it. His offshore company, $4 million hidden from taxpayers, just went public.
All right.
By noon, 20,000 protesters packed the streets outside his office. By sunset, 50,000 eggs splatter his windows. Within 72 hours, he
50,000 eggs?
But he's just the first. Britain's Prime Minister is now explaining his family's offshore fortune on live TV. Putin's closest ally is connected to $2 billion in suspicious transactions. In Beijing, censored work overtime. Relatives of 8 top Communist Party leaders just got exposed with offshore millions. Across the planet, the rich and powerful are in full panic mode. The weapon? 11.5 million leaked files from a Panamanian law firm nobody had heard of, sent by an anonymous source who messaged a German reporter at 4:07 a.m. with 3 words.
Let's see. This is the dog.
Data? One leak just declared war on
We gotta
every
lock
corrupt
in.
leader. Who risked death to send those files? How many more governments will collapse?
Low key, what I'm gonna do
First sample arrives at 3:14 a.m.
to save time. This is what I'm gonna do. Yeah. Okay. I know what I'm gonna do. So we're gonna put. We're gonna go to my computer. Oh, we can still watch this.
Passport scans, client spreadsheets, and internal emails stamped with Mossack Fonseca letterhead. Obermeyer clicks one at random. A wire transfer authorization routing $830,000 from Luxembourg to Hong Kong through a British Virgin Islands shell. He opens another. A photocopy of a Ukrainian oligarch's power of attorney. Then a third. Instructions to backdate incorporation papers for a company owned by someone whose name he recognizes from corruption headlines. Every file confirms what John Doe promised. Mossack Fonseca isn't selling legal services, they're selling invisibility. By dawn,
This one's confusing.
gigabytes have been downloaded. By Monday, 94 gigabytes. By March 18th, the counter reads 1.8 terabytes, and the deluge doesn't stop.
Dispatchers with the Bonneville County Emergency Communication Center in Idaho Falls received a 911 call reporting gunshots in a normally quiet subdivision. As officers rushed to the scene, the caller stated that he could see a body in the street covered in blood and had no idea whether he was alive or not.
Hey, man. What's your name? 1051 day.
Sure.
So,
Stick around through the end because we'll uncover the evidence from top to bottom and uncover exactly what happened.
Oh shit. How much do I charge for commission? It just depends on when oh shit, sorry. Oh yeah, no, not AM, PM. Sorry, it's been a while since I looked. It just depends on like the design and how big. This one's like $300, but personally, I think when I get done with it, it should be more. But I'll just take. But it's for a family friend, so you know I'm not picky, and they waited a long time for it. But when I do like murals and stuff like that, it just depends on, you know, what they want. Okay, so we're gonna go. We're gonna go over here just real quick.
Okay.
Why? Oh yeah.